Alright YouTube, we're doing something a little different today in which I sped up my video and recording audio over it. This is going to be one take because I don't care to do this multiple times. This ultimately does take a bit longer because I have to do the run and then I have to watch it again on 10x speed and talk through it. So yeah, probably not going to continue, but I wanted to put a second run of this was it Thancred's LUFENIA out there. The orb is to use it's poison orb, or you gotta do what's it? It's like 800k brave damage, I think. Only Noel can pull it off on this team. But my initial take on this fight was that it was a joke again. Like, it looked like they had mechanics with the warping, and I was happy about that. But then they had that one brave hit, and I got instantly disappointed. And while I am still slightly disappointed, going about it a different way made me appreciate the fight mechanics a little bit more. So be sure to go ahead and subscribe, like the video while you're at it. I'm going to explain what I was going for here. So the dangerous things, the thing is that Zack trivialized the fight. I brought pretty much everything to counter the fight. I brought Lena to not deal with the paralyzed they throw at you, and I brought Fang to stun them when they steal turns. And Lena was intentional, Fang was not intentional. I didn't think Fang would nerf the bosses that hard. And Zack completely just shut their mechanics out. And Zack's kind of broken, and the state of JP right now, I still feel a bit, I think Liz Lissette said it best at some point, I think it was on Twitter, where she was like, I feel slightly bored or guilty using the people I like because they're so overtuned for content, and I want to challenge at the same time. And I think that's true. The balance is a thing where you should be challenged, but at the same time you should be able to use who you want within reason of power improvement. They don't work on a fight, that's one thing, but like Zack right now just completely trivializes everything, and whatever next power creep is coming up is probably going to have to be accounted for by his brokenness and the other broken things they're giving us. I'm curious to what they're going to do for that. Probably just increase the damage requirements, to be honest. This seems the only logical path forward in multiple orbs. But yeah, back to this fight. The bosses steal after they go below 80%, they start taking a bunch of turns. And Beatrix, so there's a bunch of things going on here, because Beatrix and Ignis both have sap on their debuffs, so that's definitely hitting the orb. And Beatrix is countering them in the off turns. So even if they do gain Monster Brave, like I had a run once where I was doing this, and then they Brave attacked me, and I didn't sap it down sufficiently, and they just targeted me randomly, and they speed attacked, and I died. But Beatrix does a fantastic job of keeping us safe. What was I thinking here? Yeah, it's weird watching my own play. I think I just wanted to burn her special HP plus because it was about to expire, and her C90 upgrade is so good for that because it lets you pop it and then do something else afterwards. So yeah, big fan of Beatrix. Ignis's turn swaps potentially got me in trouble too, and I was sitting here like, I don't know, because I was thinking, well, part of me was like, okay, get the break with Noel so I can charge his EX, but then the orb going off means my debuffs go away, which is annoying. Not quite sure what I was thinking here, to be honest. Beatrix is she's self-enchant, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there at all. When in doubt, hit BT plus. Get broken, they get turn rate, but it's okay that they get more turns because Beatrix has, if you're unaware, Beatrix has the Gao. Her counters work like Gao, where it used to be a trap attack, but now it's just like a counter whenever the party gets hit. So I'm looking at them, looking at me. Ignis's buffs also tend to screw me over. I don't know why I summoned here. Why did I summon here? I think I didn't want to. Oh, the orb was gonna go off, right? And I wanted to manage the orb in such a way that Noel could pop them and satisfy it. So if you watch here, it's the Brave damage orb, and Noel's EX is up just because of his LD, or BT I should say. And so he can actually, whatever that conditional is, he can do it. The problem is that I pushed him back too far, so the orb's going to go off regardless. But the orb isn't punishing, which goes back to, I mean, I'm okay with the orbs not being punishing, but I think there should be a little bit more. Like, I'm okay with them not insta-killing you, but all you do is you get Brave attacked and you get hit by a debuff. That's all you gotta deal with. Oh yeah, by the way, this music, it's Pressure Cooker by Jeremy Corpus. It's just YouTube generated stuff. So the orb went off. I'm okay. Like, ouch, whatever. But the orb went off, and I pushed him below 15, which made this potentially very dangerous. So this was semi-punishing. How did I get out of this? I just don't think they. Yeah, it gained all that brave and then did nothing with it. This fight was, and so I'm re-releasing this like I said I would, because this fight was more challenging than it appeared. There were mechanics in this fight, for sure. But I think I'm gonna HP attack here, and then. Oh, okay, guess not. Don't know what I was going for there. Oh, because I didn't want to trigger the orb, right? I wanted my debuffs to stay. And I always underestimate how much damage Noel's about to do. But the orb went off, my debuff stayed. Were the debuffs staying that important? I don't know. And the debuff they give you is slightly annoying just because it makes you easier to get one-shot by the Brave game. So again, there were actual mechanics in this fight. So it seems like they're getting closer to making fights like do things again, which is good. Very good. But there are still ways like I did a Warrior of Light. I did a BT Let's Run and previously on my, I don't know if I posted this on my community page, but it was Tifa instead of Noel. And I was like, wait, let me use Noel in the video because I ain't used him in a minute. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, Ignising. Sap him. I think I'm gonna BT with Noel soon. They have HP shield at some point, and if you don't, I think it's when they go below 30. If you don't get them, I like how her HP plus heals you now too. Oh, so good. I think it's when they go below 30, they get an HP shield, and if you don't knock that down, you start getting blown up like crazy. I love going for the Brave attack on Noel because I can just HP it. I can just I think I realized here that I should not have done that. Yeah, because the orb goes down 2. And he delayed himself even more, so yeah, rip me there. Lost the HP damage up on Kurosami again, and they both got HP shields. So I'm going to do that because I know they're going to HP attack like crazy. Once they start stealing my turns, because they got the HP shield up, Beatrix is stopping them from doing any HP attacks. Now, yep, see, that would have been an HP attack, and that's dangerous. That is very dangerous, but you can get around it. You can get around it. That's the important part. And here, I correctly, shout out to VL, not a fuck you VL actually, or whoever, or maybe it was Alphino, who asked if I was going to use the right call this time. I double checked. You assholes. I really am not sure why. Summoning earlier was not the move, because now I gotta. I don't know what I was doing, so I'm just praying to RNG that my EX charge is fast enough again. That's the beautiful thing for EX. People who love spamming their EX is really good on Noel. So yep, see, RNG gave me that. Thank you, Anacro, LD call. Subscribe, please. And got it again. So that massively augments his BT phase. So if there's anything Anacro is good for, it's that call giving you potentially broken EX phases. Now, I say a lot. It's kind of hard not to. You don't, just speaking like this made me realize that it happened so fast. Well, right. Good damage. And they're almost dead at this point. Yeah, Beatrix, Ignis. I brought Ignis, I don't think I mentioned. I brought Ignis for the debuff evasion. He stayed in that stance the whole time. He'd be doing a lot more damage in his offense stance, but I don't really need it. Look at that damage, man. Bring him back. I can bring Noel. I brought Noel forward so I can Brave Plus and charge the EX again. Drop that. Drop this just to be sure. Recall rounding out my damage. Boom. That's all I really had to say. Yeah, so this fight was a bit more challenging. I enjoy this type of content. Shout out to bosses actually doing stuff. I ran over. Yikes. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Glad I ran this fight back. New format. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.